Erik Ten Hag to Manchester United is a formality. Now, it is an open secret that John Murthough and Darren Fletcher have been discussing recruitment and potential targets with Erik Ten Hag during his second round interview. And one discussion topic was Enzo Fernandez, a 21-year-old midfielder from River Plate, who I made a video on, and the link for that video is going to be in the description, so please make sure to check it out. But also Noussair Mazraoui, the 24-year-old Moroccan international who plays as right back for Ajax. So the meat and potato of this video is actually analyzing Noussair Mazraoui as a player, seeing what can he offer to Manchester United, but also looking at the likelihood of him joining Manchester United, especially since he's available on a free. I also want to let you know that I'll be making many videos like this one where I analyze Manchester United's potential targets. So please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and especially, please make sure to hit that notification bell button so you get notified every time I post a new video. Your support is much appreciated. Thank you very much. So before we talk about Noussair Mazraoui, let's talk about the right back situation at Manchester United. I'm sorry to say this, but Aaron Bissaka is a dinosaur. He's a right back from a bygone era. He's a right back from the 90s, where right backs only had to worry about defending. But the modern game is plays with a big emphasis on right backs, right? Every top team in the world. Let's look at teams in the Premier League: Chelsea, Manchester City, and Liverpool. All of these teams have very good star players playing on the wings. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, even Tsimikas for Liverpool, Cancelo for Manchester City, Alonso and Reece James for Chelsea, even Kieran Trippier for Newcastle. Did you see the impact that guy had before he got injured for Newcastle United? That's how important right backs are. Why? Because every top team, when we play against lesser opposition, in the case of Manchester United, that's pretty much, 14 or 15 teams in the league. Well, then they always play deep and narrow against us, which means that most of the space afforded to us is on the wings. That's space that is occupied by the right back and the fullback, right back and the left back, sorry. If those players are not really technical and aggressive and able to create chances, then that means that our play becomes one-dimensional and we become toothless. That means that the opposition can just say, okay, there you go, Bissaka, get the ball. What are you going to do with it? Come on, Bissaka, what are you going to do? Well, the answer is nothing. There is nothing that Aaron Bissaka can do because he cannot create. Now, Diogo Dalot, on the other hand, I really like him. I think going forward, he has a lot to offer. He's really technical. He's a baller, okay? But I just think that he's a little too young to be our first choice. I see him more for the next 2 seasons as a challenger to a first choice right back. And that right back could be Noussair Mazraoui. Okay, so let's look at some heat maps. This is Aaron Bissaka right here. So as you can see from the heat map, he's a right back who stays out wide most of the time, but also most of his touches are in his own half. So he's more of a reactive defensive fullback. But on the other hand, if we have a look at Noussair Mazraoui, as you can see, he's a proactive fullback. He goes quite inside quite a lot, but also most of his touches are actually in the opposition half and in their own box. That means that he's a much more proactive, much more attacking fullback. He's similar to the likes of Achraf Hakimi, Denzel Dumfries, and Alexander-Arnold. So that's definitely going to be a difference to what we've been used to at Manchester United. But also what is interesting about Noussair Mazraoui is that he creates a lot of chances. This season, in the Eredivisie, the Dutch League, and the Champions League, he's got 5 goals and 4 assists. That's immense for a right back, especially when you take into consideration the fact that he's not on set-piece duty. He does not take penalties, free kicks, or corners. The likes of Alexander-Arnold, for example, take free kicks and corners, hence they have a higher chance of getting assists and goals. But Noussair Mazraoui's 5 goals and 4 assists are completely organic. They come from open play, again showing what a great player he is. And he's quite the playmaker from wide as well. He comes inside quite a lot, and he's creating about 1.5 big chances a game. That literally means that his expected assists per game is 1.5 assists. If the players at Ajax were a little more clinical, his assist stat would be much bigger, much higher than it currently is. And that's of course not to say that Noussair Mazraoui is negligent defensively. In fact, he averages about 6.2 tackle plus interceptions per game. per 90. That's very, very impressive. And also, he's not really technically the smallest guy around. He's 183 centimeters tall. That's a little more than 6 feet for my American audience. And he wins about 68% of his aerial duels and 58% of his ground duels. So definitely he's a very, very solid defender on top of being quite a potent and effective attacker. So definitely a very good player, a player that we don't have in our squad. We do not have the style of player that he is in our squad, which makes our attack pretty much one-dimensional. And so I think it's about time that we move in for a player like Noussair Mazraoui. So what are our chances of getting Noussair Mazraoui this summer? Well, the chances are actually very, very high. Well, the first reason is that he's available on a free. His contract expires this summer, so he's free to talk to any club he wants to. In fact, Barcelona and Bayern Munich are actually the front runners to get him. But that was before Erik Ten Hag signed for Manchester United. With Erik Ten Hag at Manchester United, from Noussair Mazraoui's perspective, Manchester United would be way more attractive than Barcelona or Bayern Munich, simply because it means it's a much lesser risk for him than those other clubs, because he's going to play for Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag is the one who gave him his chance at Ajax, and he's won 2 Eredivisie titles with Erik Ten Hag, and he's about to win his 3rd one. He became quite a seasoned Champions League player under Erik Ten Hag, so he knows the way Erik Ten Hag plays. He knows what the standards are. He knows what's asked of him. He knows what the demands are, and so he's just going to have to translate that Ajax form into Manchester United form. The fact that he's going to be trusted by Erik Ten Hag and the fact that they have a lot of mutual respect means that for Noussair Mazraoui, this could be an amazing opportunity. Literally, it could come down to Erik Ten Hag in the training pitch right now in Amsterdam, just putting his arm around Noussair and just telling him, listen, boy, John Murthough is going to contact your agent. Make sure to hear what they have to say and see you in Manchester in the summer. Now, of course, many of you are going to tell me, well, this is too good to be true. Hey, mister, I know everything football. What's the catch? Wait, is that a guitar? Who's Noussair Mazraoui's agent? Mino Raiola.